Hey everybody. I look awful right now. I just woke up from a nap, and I don't take naps at all. But I gotta tell you about this dream that I ended up having. It's more of a nightmare. But so excuse me the way I look right now. I had a dream just now, and in and out of this dream, through this dream, I have been fighting myself to come out of this dream. Sometimes I was able to pull myself out, and as soon as I'd pulled myself out, I'd go right back into it. But it started with, and this is a rapture dream. I know it. No, it was more like a tribulation dream. But you get it after I tell you. So I'm laying on the couch. I fell asleep on the couch, and I had a dream that I woke up from the couch, and I'm looking around my house, and I see that there is a big, huge cuckoo clock on my wall next to my front door. And I'm like, remember there's something about this cuckoo clock, because every time I fell back into the dream, it was there. For some reason, there's a focus on that cuckoo clock. But I'm trying to figure out, where did this cuckoo clock come from? It was huge. And I'm like, okay, so somebody put this thing in here and mounted it to my wall while I was asleep. So I'm like freaking out a little bit in my mind, in my dream. And something, I don't know what else happened, but I think I had tried to wake myself back up. I started waking up, and I got sucked right back into that dream. And I woke up on the couch again. Every time I get sucked back into the dream, I wake right back up on that couch in my dream. And I grab my phone, because that's where my phone had been laying. I pull my phone up, and it said, I think it was 3:57. My kids get off the bus at between 3:17 and 3:20 every day. And my phone said 3:57. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, my kids, how could I let myself do this, fall asleep, and sleep this long? Because I don't take naps. I'm not a nap kind of person. But anyway, so I run outside, and when I step outside, the entire sky was black. And then right there at the horizon, where the sun goes down, there was like a strip of orange right at the horizon, and the sun had already went down, but there's just a little bit of light left. It was like a line, and then above that light, continuing back, was just solid black. But it left just enough light for me to see that it's just to see a little bit around me. Oh, and I knew it wasn't right, because I was in my trailer park that I grew up in. And I'm like, wait, this is not right. What is going on here? And so I'm looking around. I'm like, where are my kids? My kids are gone. And I'm like, okay, so it's too late to pick my kids up. My kids are gone. And something in the back of my head, or a feeling, or something said, don't go looking for your kids. Your kids are already gone. You fell asleep, and you did not wake up in time to get your kids. Your kids are gone. And I just had this saddest feeling, this awful feeling. But I don't know if that was like that, how many times I had went in and out of my dream before that scene happened. But There was this, throughout every time I'd fall back into my dream. I'd come out and fall back in or get sucked back in. The TV was going and it was playing parts of my life. It was playing notes, like letters that I would leave, and watching me play with my children when they were babies. Everything. It was my entire life was playing on a flat screen, but also inside of my eyes somehow. And it like went with me everywhere. I went through the house. It was just there. And every time I got sucked back into my dream. My house was more filled with my past, like things that I had made in my past, things that I owned, all kinds of stuff. It was just filled with, every time, more and more and more. Every time I fell back asleep, more of my past filled my house. And also, when I went to go look outside to go get my kids, after I had realized that it was too late, there was, I seen a little puppy. It's like a little black poodle. Seen him looking around, doing something. I seen him in the distance, like on the side of my house, doing stuff, and I was gonna go grab him. Because I've been wanting a dog forever. I was gonna go grab him. But all of a sudden I turn around and I'm standing at my door I'm looking at this, and my door's wide open, but I'm standing on my porch, and then I look over and the dog's somehow in my house. And I look back outside, and the mom to this dog, I could tell, is sad because she's looking for her dog. She's looking for her puppy. So I'm like, okay, I can't be selfish here. I gotta give this puppy back. So I just pick the puppy up and I give the puppy back to the mom, and I shut the door. And then when I shut the door, I turn around to my left, and through my dining room window, I could see this woman in this van, like right up against my house, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. I could just see her through this window, and I'm like, remember, I was trying to hide so she didn't see me. As I'm telling you the dream, more and more of it is coming out, and I'm remembering more. But I know that I was trying through this entire time I'm sleeping, I am trying to get a hold of my husband. And my phone, the screen on my phone is not cooperating with me because I got these stupid fingernails on me. I got these stupid, huge, thick fingernails on, and I am trying to scroll through, and they're just in the way, and they're keeping me from being able to contact my husband. But I remember this one time it sucked me back in. I started to wake up. I was able to maybe push my way out of this dream, and it said, nope, sucked me right back in. And I look around again, and I got more stuff of mine. I'm like, how is this happening? Where is all this stuff coming from? I'm looking at everything. I'm like, I remember making that. I remember owning that. I remember that was mine when I was younger. And I thought, and somehow a little bit of me thought it was pretty neat. Yeah, some of my stuff was coming back to me. But all of a sudden, my house starts shaking. And I'm like, that's the rapture. That's the earthquake that happens when the rapture happens. And then I was thinking, oh no, that's the earthquake that happens after. That earthquake happens after the rapture. The rapture, I believe it already happened. I heard. So I had been being pulled in and out of this dream, and it was literally painful. I could feel it in my skin. I could feel it in my body. Like being sucked through a tube, like a small tube, like trying to suck something through a tube that doesn't fit through that tube. And you just, and then you're trying your hardest to keep from getting sucked back in. And it was actually literally painful. And this last time, I woke up and I started getting sucked back in. I was like, no, and I made my hand move and grab my phone, and I'm like still trying not to be sucked in. I'm calling my sister, and I'm like, I'm in trouble. And then it finally stopped, but that was God telling me, don't fall asleep, or you're going to be left. Don't fill your house full of your past. Don't fill your house full of your past. I know I was trying to look for my kids, and I couldn't find them because I fell asleep and it was too late. I fell asleep and I knew that there was no use running around looking for them. The neighbors didn't have them. Nobody had them but God. And I fell asleep and I didn't get to take care of them. I wasn't there for them. That's what I wasn't there. I fell asleep. And the sun had already went down. There was only a little bit of light left. I think that was the tribulation. It was just, that was such a scary dream, but a very big eye-opener for me. I don't know what the cuckoo clock represented at all. I have no idea, but that's what started getting my attention, was that cuckoo clock, because I knew that something was wrong there. I was like, that's not mine. And I kept trying to look at my phone, and every time I looked at my phone, it let me know it was 3:57. It was 3:57, and I knew that that was way late. I went outside to go run to the bus stop to go get my kids, but I didn't even get to run really anywhere. Just kind of went outside, stepped out into my yard, and I'm like, there's no way that, they're gone. They're gone. And for some reason, I'm in the trailer park that the scene was the trailer park that I grew up in. Yeah. Wake up, everybody. Don't fall asleep, because you're going to miss it. You're going to miss him. You do not want to miss it. That was the most lonely, sad feeling. Scared feeling. I haven't had a rapture dream in forever. I don't even think I've ever had a tribulation dream. I might have. Actually, I have. I have had a tribulation dream, and that was a long time ago. A couple years ago probably. That scared the heck out of me. I will make a video about that one too. But this woke my spirit up. I thank God. I'm not laying back down on that couch. No. Wake up, everyone. I'm telling you. He's not just coming. He's here. He is here. You don't want to be asleep. I love you guys. Wake up. God bless.